Hi, Ruthie Fay,
Hello.
Rich, and you have Mr. Tablas with us
So
today.
I definitely think that global climate change is relevant, especially now, especially with the amount of awareness that is given to us. I feel like young students, especially like me, we are more aware of what is happening around us. And also, I think that it is very important because it is it affects the world we are living in, and it tremendously impacts us individually as well, because it affects our health, not only our physical health but also our mental health. And the way we can help and raise awareness is by going to marches and stuff. And I feel like the reason why marches are more relevant, especially in our demographic, is because in 2020 we are eligible to vote, and through this power we we are taking this as an advantage to make a change, not only for ourselves but also for the rest of our community. So I definitely think that global climate change is a very relevant topic because it impacts us personally. And I think that in a way, to gain awareness, not only should we talk about the situation, but we should also talk about why it's important for everyone else. I believe that it is through one's unique personality that one can be an effective leader, because it is when one can truly relate to you. And I feel like that's what makes a connection, that's what builds a connection in order to make a successful like community and in order to be a successful leader. If you aren't true to yourself, and if you don't understand what you truly believe in, then it's hard for other people to understand what you want to convey to them. Thus it is harder for them to understand, and it's harder for them to relate to you in a sense that will foster a beneficial relationship. So I believe that in order to be a successful leader, you first have to be true to yourself, and you have to understand what you want to communicate in order for them to understand you and build a relationship. I think that one of the best Filipino tradition is our devotion and faith to like Jesus, to the Lord and our religion. And I feel like through this, it is what makes us very unique, because it makes our faith and devotion is what leads us to have a positive outlook in life. Like no matter what our situation is, no matter where we stand in life, um, our faith and devotion motivates us to keep on going despite the amount of challenges that might come through our lives. And I feel like this is why I am very proud to be Filipino, because we are truly devoted on our faith, and it significantly leads us to become better individuals because we have that faith. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm going to read the fourth question.
So I think that it is very important to be socially aware of like the issues that are going on, especially in the communities. So in my school, we did a recycling program where we advocated for recycling in order to help better the environment, which also helps about the issue of the climate change. And I feel like in the Philippines, although that although this has already been practiced, like they already practice like recycling and um, like the use of metal straws or to help save the environment. I feel or like we can still spread some sense of awareness, especially to the younger community, like people my age. I feel like it's not taken very seriously because they don't feel it impact them personally. But I feel like the more we spread awareness, the more we communicate that this is a real issue, then it can actually make a difference. I would say that mango would best describe me as an individual. Not only is it my favorite fruit, but also I feel like the sweetness of it really describes the person that I am, because like the type of sweetness that the mango has is like mirrors what kind of person I am, because I am very caring and I always look out for other people, and I feel like that sense of sweetness um is what makes me like unique as a person, because I always have this sense of I always have the sense of compassion and sympathy for other people, and I feel like this, like, mango just has like a different type of sweetness, like that you can't compare to other fruits, and I feel like that's what like my sense of sweetness is. So basically, both of my parents originated from Cebu City, specifically Guadalupe, and the tradition there. So every Sunday, we, like my whole family, basically our entire family, always goes to church, and we always, after church, we always gather around my grandma's house, which is where I lived, and we would always eat lunch together and talk. And this is basically like a weekly tradition, like every Sunday. And we would always have that gathering as a family, and we would always spend quality time together. It's either through eating or through going to the mall. We always did things together, and I feel like this is what makes what this is what makes us Filipinos really unique, because we value family and we value the relationship that we have with our family and the love that we have for our family. And this is especially strengthened through our religion and our faith, and how this is like what binds us together, and which is why I really appreciate being Filipino, and why I value the traditional values that I was brought up with. So I'm really proud of that.